Have you ever wondered if animals truly remember us? If they can feel gratitude just like we do? Well, get ready for a story that will not only answer that question, but will probably make you tear up a little. This is the incredible tale of a wildlife veterinarian and a baby elephant, a bond forged in a moment of crisis that would be tested 12 years later in the most dramatic way possible. Our story begins in the vast, beautiful wilderness of Africa. A team of wildlife conservationists is on a routine patrol when they stumble upon a heartbreaking sight. A tiny baby elephant, no more than a few weeks old, is trapped in a muddy pit, exhausted and terrified. Her herd is nowhere in sight. They had likely been forced to move on, leaving the little one to her fate. She was weak, dehydrated, and sinking fast. It was a race against time. Leading the rescue team was a dedicated wildlife veterinarian. We'll call him Dr. Evans. He and his team worked tirelessly for hours under the scorching sun. The mud was thick and created a powerful suction, making the rescue incredibly difficult. Dr. Evans was right there in the pit with the baby elephant, calming her with his gentle voice and touch. He knew that her stress and fear could be just as dangerous as the physical predicament she was in. Finally, after a grueling effort, they managed to pull her free. The little elephant was so weak she could barely stand. They named her Zola, which means love. Dr. Evans and his team took Zola back to their sanctuary. For the next few months, he became her primary caregiver. He fed her special milk formula from a giant bottle, treated her injuries, and spent countless hours by her side, talking to her, playing with her, and essentially becoming her surrogate parent. Zola, in turn, imprinted on him. She would follow him everywhere, wrapping her tiny trunk around his leg as a sign of affection. It was a truly special bond. As Zola grew stronger and bigger, the day Dr. Evans had been dreading finally arrived. It was time for her to be reintegrated into the wild with a new herd. It was the right thing to do for her, to let her live the life she was meant to live. The farewell was emotional. Dr. Evans watched as Zola, now a healthy and boisterous young elephant, joined her new family and disappeared into the bush. He wondered if she would ever remember the human who had saved her life. Fast forward 12 years. Dr. Evans is still working in the same region. His passion for wildlife conservation as strong as ever. One day, while tracking a group of elephants near a large river, he slips on a mossy rock and falls into the fast-flowing water. The current is powerful and it immediately begins to pull him under. He's a strong swimmer, but the force of the river is overwhelming. He struggles to keep his head above water, swallowing mouthfuls as he's tossed around. His energy is fading fast, and a sense of dread washes over him. This could be it. Suddenly, he feels something immense brush against him. He fears it might be a crocodile, but then a large familiar shape looms over him. A massive elephant has waded into the turbulent river. Before he can process what's happening, a giant trunk gently but firmly wraps around his waist. It's an adult female elephant, and she's pulling him out of the deadly current, guiding him towards the safety of the riverbank. Once on solid ground, exhausted and coughing up water, Dr. Evans looks up into the eyes of his rescuer, and in that moment he knows. He sees a familiar glint, a recognition in her wise, ancient eyes. He looks closer at a small, faint scar near her ear, a remnant from her ordeal in the mud pit all those years ago. It's Zola. She's now a magnificent matriarch, a leader of her own herd. She hadn't forgotten him, not for a single day. Zola stood over him, nudging him gently with her trunk, making soft rumbling sounds. It was as if she was checking on him, comforting him, just as he had comforted her as a baby. The rescuer had become the rescued. 12 years later, she had repaid the debt, saving the life of the man who had once saved hers. This incredible story is a powerful reminder that the connections we make with the animal kingdom can be profound and lasting. The kindness we show to them is never ever wasted. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more amazing tales from the wild. See you next time.